These trees love a home with a view and are famous for being the oldest individual plants in the world. With twisted wood that was carved by mountain winds, these ancient beauties are the epitome of aging gracefully. This is the Bristlecone Pine.
Hey, I'm Tasha the Amazon, and you're watching Floralogic. Today we're talking about the long-in-the-tooth tree with the hairy name, Bristlecone Pine.
Bristlecone pine might be able to live for thousands of years by itself, but your plants need a little more help to thrive. Luckily, today's episode sponsor, Planta, can help you keep them healthy. Created by a team of plant experts, Planta already has 5 million downloads worldwide. Their mission is to help their users take care of their plants. Planta creates a unique care schedule for each of your plants based on the location, season, temperature on site, hours of daylight, humidity, sun exposure, and local weather. The schedule even adapts as your plant grows and ages. You'll receive notifications when it's time to water, mist, fertilize, repot, and provide other recommendations to maintain your plant's health. How awesome is that? Planta even has a built-in plant identifier and light meter. It will be able to tell you exactly which type of plant you have and identify what kind of light is on your plant's exact position and site. Click the link below or go to the App Store to download Planta and get started with your own care schedule. Keep your plants alive with Planta. Bristlecone pine actually refers to 3 species of the Pinaceae family, subsection Balfourianae. But we're going to focus on Pinus longeva, otherwise known as the Great Basin bristlecone pine.
And what a longeva pinus it is. These are the longest living non-clonal plants in the world.
The other species of the Balfourianae subsection are called Pinus aristata, or the Rocky Mountain bristlecone pine, and Pinus balfouriana, or foxtail pine. Comparing them to their sibling, the Great Basin bristlecone, these species are spring chickens. But while not nearly as long-living, the oldest known foxtail pine is still over 2,100, and the oldest Rocky Mountain bristlecone pine is almost 2,500 years old.
At the time this Rocky Mountain pine sprung from its seed, Confucius was still alive and imparting his teachings on the other side of the globe.
In terms of its habitat, Great Basin bristlecone pine loves an unobstructed view. They grow at heights above 1,700 meters in the Rocky Mountains and other mountain ranges in the southwestern U.S. These medium-sized trees grow between 5 and 16 meters tall and are distinct in their windswept appearance. Nothing gives you a unique style like thousands of years of mountain gales.
Imagine how your hair would look after a couple centuries in a convertible on the highway.
The young pine cones are closed and deep purple in color till they mature to a pale brown and open up. Each scale sports a fancy bristle, which, if you're paying attention, is where the bristlecone pine gets its name.
So just how old can the Great Basin bristlecone pine get? There are a number of mega mature trees still alive today after a couple centuries of treeing around.
A cluster of individuals on Wheeler Peak in Nevada, for example, are still standing at the ripe old age of 3,000. But that's nothing compared to some of the more famous individuals of this species. This is the same spot where Prometheus, the oldest tree at its time of death, was recorded. It was dated to be roughly 5,000 years old when it was chopped down for controversial research purposes in 1964.
The crown for the oldest living plant in the world was inherited by Methuselah, which grows in the Inyo National Forest in the Californian White Mountains, though he's still a bit of a youngling at 4,700 years of age.
But in 2012, another individual thought to be over 5,000 years old was discovered. Although it's been known to a small group of scientists for over a decade, this mysterious new player in the oldest tree game has yet to be given a grand nickname, and even its location is still a tightly held secret to prevent tourists from disturbing it or damaging it.
So now you know the freshest, hottest gossip in the world of dendrology. But don't let everyone know. We're trying to let this old guy enjoy his golden years in peace.
Talking about the oldest plant in the world isn't as straightforward as it may seem. As far as we know, the bristlecone pine family has the longest living individual plants on Earth. There are clonal plants, however, that come from much older stock.
Clonal plants reproduce asexually, meaning they don't need another plant to make more of themselves.
The offspring stays attached to the parent plant until it's established. One of the oldest examples of clonal plants is a group of Palmer's oak trees in the Jurupa Mountains in California. These bush-like trees are all clones of the original that sprung from a single acorn 13,000 years ago.
This colony of clones might be short, at just 1 meter tall, but she's thick, spanning over 2.5 kilometers across.
Older still, and possibly the oldest, at least as far as we've discovered, is a king's holly that resides in a top-secret location in Tasmania. It's said to be a clone of the original that lived at least 43,000 years ago.
That's long before our cousins, the Neanderthals, went extinct.
But when it comes to non-clonal individuals, no one has the bristlecone pine beat. Their age even enables them to be barometers of the state of the environment. One study showed that the growth of these trees accelerated over the last 50 years, more so than any other period of growth in the tree's 3,700-year history. Researchers found that this correlated to rising temperatures.
With their built-in knowledge of climate change, the bristlecone pine might not just be the oldest tree, but also the wisest. So what should we talk about next? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for new episodes every week. See ya! Oh yeah. I'm never allowed to dance anymore. Okay. Staying still. So now you know, can I clap?
Yeah.
Yes! So, no, that was not good.